Mayweather Pacquiao Part 2. The rematch. The Marination. Negotiations. The stipulations. The mind games. It's all back. Nobody asked for it. Nobody asked for it, but it's all back. I can't believe that boxing fans are being dragged back into the drama. And I love it. It's like a love-hate. I really don't want to be dragged back into it, but we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. Pacquiao is claiming that Maypac is off. Mayweather is claiming that it must be an exhibition. Pacquiao said, no, you're a breach of contract. It's a breach of contract. It's a real fight. September 19th. Las Vegas, Nevada. It's going down. Maybe. Again. The drama never ends. 60-year-old Mayweather is demanding PED testing for 55-year-old Manny Pacquiao. He wants PEDs. All the bullshit that happened in 2015, from like 2009 all the way to 2015, all the bullshit is back, ladies and gentlemen. He signed a real fight. He got his advance. Oh, he got an advance? Hold up, that's the first time I heard of an advance in boxing. But you know Floyd Money Mayweather, the best to ever do it, TBE, the biggest bullshitter. I mean, the thing with Floyd Money Mayweather is this, right? Is that he is the best. Right now, I would bet on Floyd Money Mayweather even against Terrence Crawford. Even if Errol Spence came back. Even if Kell Brook came back. Even against young Eubank Jr. or Conor Benn. I would still put my $1,000 on Floyd Money Mayweather. It's like a love-hate. It's like a love-hate. Now you already know that anything with Floyd Money Mayweather is going to come with a whole lot of bullshit. A whole lot of drama. A whole lot of nonsense. That none of this stuff that you ever asked for. It's going to come with everything that you don't ask for. It's like you go to McDonald's and you want a Big Mac, some fries, and a soda. And you get like a slice of pizza, some old chicken nuggets, you know what I mean? And a broke baby mama. You're like, yo! I just want the Big Mac, the fries, and the soda. Why am I getting some crusty chicken nuggets from 2 weeks ago? You know what I mean? Some cold pizza and a baby mama. Why is the baby mama in the bag? I didn't ask for any of this. But you know, as soon as you heard this shit was going down, Maypac Part 2, you know you were about to get dragged right back in. The drama show that never ends. There's only one thing that's better than Maypac drama, and that's Wilder drama. Go check out my previous video on the Wilder versus Chisora review. But so there's a whole lot of things going on over here. We gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about this, right? Because they said that the contract was signed. We heard that before. They said that the contract was signed, right? And that it was going to be a real fight. But now, Mayweather is talking about that it's going to be an exhibition. And Team Pacquiao are saying, breach of contract. He breaching the contract. And then Mayweather is saying that he wants PED testing for 55-year-old Manny Pacquiao. And Pacquiao is saying that the fight is going to happen at the Sphere in Las Vegas. And Mayweather is saying that it's going to happen at Caesar's Palace. And we're just all totally, completely confused. Let's read a little bit of the problems going on here. Team Pacquiao is saying that Mayweather has already breached the contract 3 times. And that he took the advance. That he took an advance, that they paid him already in advance. So they also saying, Team Pacquiao is saying that Mayweather signed 3 other fights within the same 2 months that this fight is supposed to happen. And that's another breach of contract. They're saying that Mayweather knew and signed the contract, and that they have the contract. We need to see the receipts. We need to see the receipts. Team Pacquiao is saying that he already signed the contract, that they paid him the advance. It's supposed to be a professional, real fight, not an exhibition. It's supposed to go down September 19th at the Sphere in Las Vegas, not Caesar's Palace. And on the other side, you got you got Mayweather signing like 3 or 4 contracts, talking about that the fight is still happening, but at Caesar's Palace, saying that it's not a real fight, that it's an exhibition, and you know all the nonsense that comes with any Mayweather drama. Because it's not just Mayweather versus Pacquiao drama. This comes with any Mayweather fight. It comes with a bunch of nonsense that you did not ask for. But on the other side of the coin is the fact that Floyd Money Mayweather is TBE. And nobody from the last era, the current era, or any future era, it's ever going to beat Floyd Money Mayweather. It's the same. It's like the sun is going to rise. Some things you just have to accept. You know what I mean? Some things you have to accept. Like your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, the only begotten Son, the way, the truth, and the life. Some things you have to accept. You go study any religion, anywhere, and sooner or later you're going to end up at the Jesus Hotel. You have to deal with this dude, the Michael Jackson of theology. Let's get back to boxing. But some things you have to accept. Like Floyd Money Mayweather is TBE, and nobody's going to beat him. Not at 40 years old, not at 50 years old, not at 60 years old, not the current champ, not the last champ, not the future champ. Nobody is gonna beat Floyd Money Mayweather. He's always gonna be the richest. They're not gonna beat him in the ring. They're not gonna beat him outside the ring, except a baby mama. The only person that can ever possibly beat Floyd Money Mayweather, TBE, is a lady. The only one that could beat Floyd Money Mayweather is a lady. He took an L. Oh, yes, he did. He took a major L, let me tell you. He took a major L. 60 days in jail is a major L. Do not be fooled. I'd rather take an L in the ring. I'd rather take an L in the ring. Let me tell you, he came out of jail bald-headed with a bunch of bald spots. He had to get the hair plugs like Hair Plug Edit. That's a major L. But inside the ring, and when it comes to boxing, and when it comes to boxing money, nobody, not Anthony Joshua, not Canelo, not no future fighter, not Usyk, not Lomachenko, not Javante Crackbaby Wahid, Davis, nobody is going to make that type of money. Nobody is going to beat him. Nobody is going to match the champ, Floyd Money Mayweather. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Now, we got to keep it G though. With all that greatness comes a whole lot of baggage. You know what I'm saying? With all that greatness always comes a whole... Let's read the article, right? So we got this article here that says, The September 19th rematch between boxing legends Floyd Money Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao is still on, despite Mayweather's apparent breach of contract following his recent comments about the planned showdown in Las Vegas. During a meeting and a greet at Caesars Palace this past Saturday, Mayweather told Vegas Sports Today, "We don't know the location of the fight. The Sphere is one of the places that we talked about. So we don't know if it's 100% going to be there or if it's going to be, we don't know. And it's going to be an exhibition." Hold up. Josh Mather, CEO of Manny Pacquiao Promotions and a producer for the event, objected to Mayweather's comments, telling ESPN Wednesday that the undefeated fighter's statements run afoul of the agreement breach. As of right now, the fight is still on. There is no termination of any sort, and he has signed for a professional fight, not an exhibition. Mather said, "Floyd Money Mayweather is officially in breach of his contract. He's been in breach since the day he went out and said what he said on Saturday, and he's officially in breach of breach. Shh." Mather told ESPN that he's been in discussions with Mayweather's team since the boxer's comments on Saturday, with Team Mayweather insisting on the fight being changed from a sanctioned, real professional bout to an exhibition, which is one of the several breaches of the fight contract. Mather suggested that Mayweather was also aware of a recent site visit to the Sphere that included 35-40 representatives of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, Mayweather Promotions, and Netflix. So we know, let's talk about what we do know. Before we go into all this, we don't need to read all this drama nonsense, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about what we do know. And what we do know is that it's gonna be in Vegas. What we do know is that we're being dragged into this drama show and being abused as boxing fans again. You know what I mean? What we do know is that it's going to be on Netflix. What we do know is that it's going to be more than $100. You know you're about to catch the rapist. What we do know is that it's going to be in Vegas, it's going to be on Netflix, it's going to be more than $100. You're going to have to deal with mad drama. Most likely it's going to get postponed. But it's going to happen. Because, I'll tell you why it's going to happen. Because whether it's an exhibition or, that's not even like the big deal. I mean, nobody was asking for this fight, but, you know, it's here now, so, you know, we got to deal with it. Whether it's an exhibition or a real fight, there is no bigger payday for Manny Pacquiao. And there is no bigger payday, again, till this day, for Money Mayweather. For these two fighters, there is no, whether it's an exhibition, a 10-rounder, a 12-round, a real sanctioned fight, that doesn't really matter. There is no bigger payday for either fighter. And you know this is a business. And you know the bottom line is always the Mullarini Casarini, the dollar Billy. So, the money's gonna be right. And, you know, if push comes to shove, I think that Pacquiao is going to bend the knee again to Floyd Money Mayweather and make it an exhibition. Because you know Floyd Money Mayweather, he don't wanna risk it. You know Floyd Money Mayweather, he wants all the advantages. The PED thing, I was just making that up. I don't think that he's asking for, you know, PED testing, but you know, he might, maybe so. Maybe so. And there's such a void. Another reason to finish off the video. There's such a void, such a hole, such a crater in boxing right now. There's no superstars in boxing right now. What you have left are the old generation. The Wilders. They got maybe one fight left. AJ got maybe 1 or 2 fights left. Usyk got maybe 1 or 2 fights left. Terrence Crawford is retired. Errol Spence is retired. Danny Garcia is retired. Thurman got retired like last week. And the future of boxing is bleak. The future of boxing is in a hole. It's in a crater. Gervonta Crackbaby Wahid Davis obviously cannot carry boxing. Ryan, the fake Mexican from Beverly Hills, cannot carry boxing. Teofimo is a total head case. I love me some Teofimo, but he's a head case. He can't carry boxing. Who's gonna carry boxing? Lamont the Legend Roach? Isaac Cruz? I like these fighters because I'm a boxing fan, but nobody knows them outside of boxing. You know what I mean? Who's gonna carry boxing? Iotuma, the heavyweight from wherever, somewhere in Great Britain. Who's gonna carry boxing? Conor Benn, Eubank Jr. There are no boxing stars of future generations right now. There's nobody to carry boxing right now. Jake Paul is the only one doing numbers. Jake Paul's not even a real boxer. I mean, he is a real boxer, but he's Jake Paul. Jake Paul can't carry boxing. So, because there's such a void in boxing, because the older generation either retired and the new generation just can't carry boxing because they're total head cases, you know what I'm saying? And unreliable and inconsistent. You know, these niggas get like a $10 million bag and they lose all their will to fight. You know what I mean? PBC has like maybe 2-3 events a year. David Benavidez, Sebastian Fundora. I like those fighters, but they can't carry boxing. Where's the Charlo brothers? They can't carry boxing. Caleb Plant got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. They can't carry boxing. So because of the landscape of where boxing is right now, the biggest hustler in boxing, 55-year-old Floyd Money Mayweather, the biggest opportunist in boxing. You gotta give it to him. I mean, the guy's a genius. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. He has to step back in. He sees a hole in boxing. There's nothing lined up. There's no schedule. There's no stars. He's like, let me catch one more lick. Let me get one more hustle. Called up his homie Pacquiao. He's like, yo, Pac, I know you're like 65 years old, borderline retirement, but let's do it one more time. You know what I mean? And, you know, so why not? Why not? Right? So it's going to happen. This is definitely going to happen, let me tell you. This is definitely going to happen. It's just not going to happen how you like it. Because nothing with Floyd Money Mayweather happens how you like it. No. You see, Floyd Money Mayweather treats... The thing with Floyd... This is like a love-hate thing. You know what I mean? I've been following Floyd Money Mayweather for so many years. But the thing with Floyd Money Mayweather is that he treats the fans like whores. You know, like the bitches at the girl club, you know, that strip club that he has. He treats the fans like his hoes. You know what I mean? He never gives them what they want when they want it. He doesn't give them what they want how they want it. Then he overcharges you. Then he postpones. It's just all this drama that always happens with this guy. And it's always been like that. You know what I'm saying? He always wants the A side. He always wants the money. He always wants the this. But the one thing you can't say about Floyd Money Mayweather is that he's going to lose. That there's a chance that he's going to lose. You know what I mean? This guy does not take any fight unless he's going to win. And you could stick him in there with David Benavidez right now. You could stick him in there with David Benavidez and he'll whoop on David Benavidez. A points decision. This guy is just the master of the points decision. You know what I'm saying? He's going to find a way to win. Now, will it be as boring as the first fight? I don't think so. Because, you know, his reflexes are not as good as before, but they're still better than anybody in boxing. Do not get it twisted. Right now, 55, 57-year-old Floyd Money Mayweather will get in there and school Terrence Crawford. He'll school current Canelo. He'll school anybody from that range of anywhere from 147 to 160. Maybe David Benavidez is a little bit too big. Maybe have to, you know, it'll be a little closer. But Floyd Money Mayweather will still get the decision. You know what I'm saying? But even older. This guy has a special talent gift that just cannot be matched. And when it comes to a points decision, he's gonna get that points decision. He's gonna get that points decision against anybody, even right now. So, you know, but I mean, he is a little bit older, and Pacquiao's still also older. You know what I mean? So, is it gonna be as boring as the first one? I don't think so. Especially if they're making an exhibition. If they're making an exhibition where, you know, it doesn't go in the books, and I think it's gonna be an exhibition. There is no way that this guy's gonna come out of retirement, you know what I mean, and for one last fight, make it a real fight, and even slightly even risk losing the O. You know, he loves the baby O. He'll never let it go. It's definitely gonna be an exhibition, and if it's an exhibition, actually, being an exhibition will make it better because I think that Floyd Money Mayweather will make it a better fight. He'll make it a more aggressive, more offensive fight if it's an exhibition. If it doesn't really matter if he gets a drop down or if there's even a slight chance that the decision goes to Pacquiao, he could always be like, oh, it's an exhibition. It was an exhibition. It don't really matter. And then they'll do another one. You know what I'm saying? Then they'll do another one in like 8 years when they're like 63 years old. You know what I mean? So that's my video. It's definitely going to happen. It's going to happen in Vegas. It's going to happen. Will it happen September 19th? Most likely. I think that it's all just bullshit. You know what I mean? There's nothing in boxing right now. They gotta grab this money while the money's there. You know what I mean? And that's a big boxing day right there. September 19th. That's like Mexican Independence Day weekend. You know what I mean? Canelo dropped a bag, completely sold out. Canelo's gonna be fighting in Riyadh or some shit, or not fighting at all. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's going to happen in Vegas. It's going to happen September 19th. And I think it's going to be an exhibition. And I think it might be a little more exciting. A little more excitement. And it's definitely going to be expensive. It's definitely going to be over $100. Your tickets are definitely going to be over $2,000. Even the top rafters. These guys are, you know, it is what it is. They're out to break the bank, rob the bank again. And why not? You know what I mean? There's nothing else left in boxing. It is what it is.